The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Children were brought to Jesus that he might lay his hands on them and pray. The disciples rebuked them, but Jesus said, "Let the children come to me and do not prevent them. For the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." After he placed his hands on them, he went away. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Dear brothers and sisters, good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Children are so simple and they are so likable. And yet, in the time of the Lord, children are not given that importance. And here we have in the Gospel of Matthew, for today's Gospel, chapter 19, verses 13 to 15, the attitude of Jesus towards children. Yung kanyang pagtingin sa mga bata. And as the disciples, they more or less show us the kind of attitude that people have. They were not welcoming to the children, of the children rather. Ayaw nilang mga bata na lumapit sa Panginoon. In fact, they were sending them away. But here the Lord intervenes, and then He calls them to Him. Because people were bringing children to Jesus that He may pray over them and lay hands on them. And let's listen to the Lord. He says, "Let the children come to me, and do not prevent them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as this." He placed his hands on them, and then he went away. Children, as we know, are mirrors of parents. Sila yung mga sumasalamin sa mga magulang. Kaya nga napakaganda na tingnan natin, tanungin natin, anong klaseng pagsasalamin ang dapat maisalamin ng mga bata? In social media or even devices like videos and television and even cell phones today, what you have in your cell phone or your iPad or iPhone, you can have them seen on a bigger screen. And we call that mirroring. Ito po yung ginagawa natin dito sa simbahan. So, mirrors are meant to show. They are not meant to be hidden. Kaya kapag ang mga magulang ay mabuti, ano po ang sinasalamin, asasalamin? Mabuti din, mababait na mga bata. And too often I hear this from people. They say, "Oh, kaya pala ganyan kayo. That's why you are so good, because you are mirroring your parents." So today is a very challenging time for parents to be really mirrors of their children. Kaya kapag ang magulang ay hindi mabuti sa kapwa, makikita yan. Because children, they listen, they watch. They're very receptive and attentive. They also retain what they see and hear without parents realizing it. Kaya minsan makikita mo, kapag ang magulang ay maganda lagi sinasabi at maganda rin ang lumalabas sa kanyang bibig, yun din ang ilalabas ng mga bata. And I remember one father, he was so proud of his child, how many 5-year-old child, and he says, dala-dala niya yung kanyang anak. He brought the child to his ninong, and he says, and ninangs, "Oy, look at this, your inaanak. 5 years old na yan. Oh, sige, show them what you can do." Oh, marunong ako bilang. I can count. And then the child says, okay. English? Tagalog lang. Sige. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat. The child stopped, forgetting what he was counting. And then the father says, giving him a cue, 6, anim. And then he reaches 10 and he stops and he said, tuloy mo na. Alas, Hari, Rena, Jack. Sugarol yung tatay. So the child saw the father gambling. That's what he saw. And if the father is seen doing good to others or the parents, that's what they are going to mirror us with. So I hope today, as we look at this, we realize the value of children in our society. Kaya napakaganda, when we have children at home, take a look. The kind of joy, the kind of atmosphere that they bring. I remember going to a family na lahat matatanda na, lahat malalaki na sila. The youngest of the family was probably 25 or what. So makikita mo, masaya din, pero there's something there that is not found because I also went to another family for a house blessing and there are children there. Sa bungad pa lang eh. They will greet you and there is joy in the family. There is beautiful sounds and voices of children that you hear. And I pray that we will always keep this in mind. I remember a story of a parish priest in his church. This did not happen here, but somewhere else. A child was crying during the Mass and during his homily. So he stopped for a while. And then everybody was looking at the mother and the child. And then he was able to finish the Mass. After the Mass, lumapit yung mga tao kay Father. Father, piniyaan mo lang na mag-iiyak yung bata. You know, ano sabi ni Father? You know, what did you prefer? No children at Mass or children who cry? Or children who are no longer with us because parents abort them? So I look at that and sometimes we feel that way. I hope today we realize the children are gifts from God. Without children, what will this world be? And they bring joy, they bring life, they remind us of our own parents. What will we be without them? Keep in mind, we were once children, and hopefully today we will be children who are adults, but full of joy, full of life, and most of all, full of love. Sabihin mo nga sa katabi mo, bata ka pa. Huy. You are still a child. Let us all rise.